Today, let us continue to revise Bhagavata's Murli of 16th March 1992. Baba says, now prepare such a group that any of them can go for service and give a message in any direction for 1 or 2 months. At one time, there should not be just one group, but prepare 7 or 8 groups at the same time. And let each group go and do service in their own area. Whether it is a small country or a large country, prepare a group close by and send that group on service. However, the method of service that that group should have in their intellect is that they should awaken a main one who would then awaken others. Prepare them there and continue to move forward. Whenever you wish to increase service, the first question that arises is, where will the hands come from? Will the hands come from the subtle region? Prepare such souls in every place, and then give such souls who have been prepared and in whom there is hope, special time and training, so that they can then continue from then onwards. And those who are the instruments should continue to tour around. The old centers have now become strong, have they not? So tour around the new centers and make the new ones old. The method to make the hands worthy is to give them training from time to time. In places that are close by, whether there are 8 or 10 souls, it is essential for them to receive training from time to time. Just as previously in Bharat too, sometimes there were youth groups prepared, sometimes education groups, and sometimes the doctors group. In the same way, prepare a group in the places which are still remaining and keep the aim that you must make someone from there an instrument. Continue to make them instruments and continue to move forward. Now you have very good connections and relationships. Everyone has a very good impression in their mind, and therefore, by your keeping this aim, you will find such cooperative souls. Do you wish to come here after having held a conference, a yoga camp, or having given a lecture? It should not be this, but your aim should be that you have to prepare hands. Even if you first run that place as a Gita Pathshala, gradually it will become a sub-center from a Gita Pathshala, a center from a sub-center. But wherever any group goes, it is impossible for them to attain success without doing combined service. It shouldn't be that you go to do service, and when you come back, you say, I faced Maya, my mood was put off, I became disturbed. It should not be like this. Because of this, the instrument souls are afraid to send you on service. They will not have the courage. They have to think that perhaps, whilst serving others, will you yourself not become slack? This is why you must underline this. The method for success in service or expansion in service is the combined service of the self and others. All the double foreigners have brought many letters of love and remembrances from many places. So Bapdada received three types of letters. One is a letter of extreme love and good news. The second is the news of the aim that they have kept of moving forward in their effort. And the third is the news of those who are slightly mischievous every now and again. Some have written one thing, and others have written something else. However, Bapdada responds to all who have written a letter always have a combined stage. That is, always remain in the combined form of Baba and I. Do combined service and constantly keep the full aim of the angelic form in front of you. Today you are an effort maker, and tomorrow you will be an angel. The angelic form should always be in front of you, in the same way as your form is always in your consciousness. You never forget your physical form. So just as you always remember your physical form, in the same way, your angelic form should clearly and constantly be in front of you. You are now about to become that. We were angels, we are angels, and we are the ones who have to become the angels every kalpa. So continue to fly with courage, zeal, and enthusiasm. You write very well with an honest heart. This is a speciality of the double foreigners. You are very clear. You are not those who hide anything. So you are clear, and the meaning of being clear is to be elevated. Double foreigners have very good power of checking themselves. Now keep the power to change yourself with you to the same extent. You do have it, but you have the power of checking to a slightly greater extent. The power to change is slightly lacking. So keep a balance between these two. Just as you are clever in checking, if even something little happens, you relate it clearly. So be clear and elevated, check and change. Do you understand? Everyone's letter has reached here. Give everyone this message. Otherwise, they think I sent a letter to Baba, but I did not receive a reply. You give love and remembrances from deep within your heart. And as you give them, you also receive them. You receive the return of it at that time. If someone writes about his weakness with an honest heart, then Baba, the ocean of forgiveness, forgives his weakness at that moment in return. Do you understand? Bapdada sees many cards and letters of love, and he gives so much time with so much love. Those who give a gift are themselves a gift for the Father. To give a gift means to receive a lift. So you must not simply give a gift, but also receive a lift. Acha. There are many new ones in this group that have come. All those who have come here for the first time, raise your hand. All of you have received a chance to sit in the front. You have arrived here to receive your inheritance of the previous kalpa. And so Bapdada is welcoming you for that. He is giving you congratulations for the birthday of your new birth. Acha. Acha to all those in all four directions who remain stable in the combined stage, to those who constantly become the instruments and remain tireless in the combined service. to the holy swan souls who constantly let the past be the past and who celebrate the holy of the color of the company of the Father, to the souls who remain in the happiness of the inheritance of all three aspects of time, to those who constantly remain a detached observer and observe the games of nature and Maya, to such constantly victorious souls who constantly have a flying stage, the elevated souls who experience their angelic form in front of them, Baptada's love, remembrances, and namaste. Shai. Om Shanti, letter of sweet love and remembrances from Dadiji, 19th March 1992, for double foreigner brothers and sisters. Please share this message of love, inspiration, and inspirations with those souls who have belonged to Baba and are not regular students any longer. Sakar Baba remembered them in the Murli, and now Avek Bapdada also remembered them in this Murli. Please contact these souls to give them Baba's remembrances. The extremely loving souls who experiment with yoga using the many intense methods and instruments in the year of tapasya. Those who are far away and yet very close to the heart, please accept love and remembrances. Today, sweet Bapdada specially remembered the double holy swans who fly and swim. That is, those who constantly stay in the elevated stage and who swim whilst churning the nectar of knowledge. Baba played Holi personally with all these children and also gave special greetings and remembrances for Holi festival. Baba says Holi means holy. That is, I have now become yours. Baba especially remembered those children who have left Baba due to one reason or another and have left Baba's study. Together with this letter, I am also sending Baba's special Murli. Baba, the ocean of love, the merciful one, always has a vision of mercy, a feeling of forgiveness, and the pure inspiration of letting the past be the past and moving forward to earn an income for the future. Baba is always calling the children in a subtle way, saying, "Come, child, come. Do not lose your inheritance due to Maya." You can hear these words echoing in your ears, can you not? As soon as you hear these words from Baba, the sound emerges, "Sweet Baba." And Baba replies, "Sweet child." You can hear this sound, can you not? Acha. Lots of love and remembrances to all. BK Prakashman. Cha Om Shan. So let's take a moment to absorb Baba's words as we go within and experience. We are combined with Baba and we do the combined service of the self and the world. We are Baba's humble instruments who allow other souls to come closer to Baba and become instruments to benefit the world. We feel a constant companionship with Bapdada We experience being colored by Baba's eternal company. We keep our future angelic form in front of us. This is what Baba is making us. Baba sees us as holy swans who constantly fly and swim in the nectar of Baba's knowledge. Oh, okay. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, family. Lovely Murli. Let us share what we'll take from Baba today. Oops.
Om Shanti. Audible?
Om Shanti.
Hope my voice is audible.
Yes.
Yeah, so Baba remind us to become combined. So that is one method Baba emphasizes to do service. So we always have to remain in our combined form. So combined is not with me alone, but um, making Baba as my companion all the time. And so that's where the disservice cannot happen, right? So Baba will take care of that. And always, Baba says we have the habit of remembering our physical body that has become sanskar. Always we remember the physical form. So like that, Baba would like to see us remembering our angelic form, always in that awareness that I am an angel, and then experiencing that angelic form. So this way, I guess the stage will be good, and also we can remain beyond the physical um, attractions and the physical company. So that will give us the experience of subtle region, and also of course the Vikpapta, conscious level. There's going to be a shift from the physical world to the subtle world. So that also help us to create a good stage, and we can also Baptada is also for the angel, so we can remain combined there and give sakash or do what mansa seva, whatever we like to do. And if you remain combined, then service also will go fast, right? So yeah, so what are the different ways that we can remain combined with Baba? So if you can explain, one is in Parandam, another place we can remain combined in subtle region, right? And of course, in the corporeal world also, when we create that thought I'm a Farishta angel, and I can have my hand in hand, right, with Baba, holding Baba's hand and then walking and moving around, right? That also created combined form. Can you throw some light how to, keep this awareness all the time? What techniques you use? Thank you, Shanti.
Mhm. Right. So, yeah, Baba often says to stay combined, and Baba often gives a lot of examples. Like Baba sometimes says, just like the soul and body, they operate together. Shiv and Shakti, they are combined. In the same way, we stay combined with Baba. It's like when we, feel that there is nothing between Baba and us. So it's like the line of, the heart is very clean and clear. I feel when I don't hide anything from Baba, whatever is happening at the same time, I'm, just sharing it with Baba honestly. And no matter whatever kind of thoughts are coming, but even if those are waste thoughts, but if I'm able to just share it with Baba at that time, and in that way, that channel, that that line is very clear. And so I feel in that way we are combined with Baba. Like today also Baba mentioned about if there is any burden or any problem or anything, we just hand it over to Baba and say, transform mera to tera. And I feel that's a very important, aspect in feeling combined, is feeling that everything belongs to Baba and, that nothing belongs to me. So in that way, Baba's remembrance is there, even in a, subconscious or unconscious way. We don't take ownership of anything, of our Lokik life or Seva or anything, but we always feel that we belong to Baba, and and Baba is taking care of everything. Mm. Mhm.
Yeah, very nice. Thank you.
Shanti Saurabai.
Shanti Kirchapai.
What Murli, I was just thinking, like how did Baba start the Murli, what he did, and then what an appeal through Dadi Prakash Mani. He finished the Murli. He went to so nicely, he took us to the beauty on the stage, the beauty of nature, and he called us, but such beauty only you Adi Dev, Adi souls. And he said the garden there and garden here, they are so different. So as if he's belittling the thing on the stage. And then Baba spoke about the games of nature, nature and Maya. Each of them are just players. And then Baba said, do not let go of Soman. Even in yesterday's Murli, when Baba has given us two Soman to remember over there, as which I'll come where you spoke about the combined thing. Then Baba spoke about, as he always says, whenever he says roses, garden, there are three words which comes color, beauty, fragrance. It was only then he went to the main part of the Murli, celebrate Holi, holy swans. And something a kind of about fly and swim I got from this Murli. Baba says when you drink the nectar of knowledge, you're swimming. And fly means you're in an elevated stage. And again, there Baba is saying if he knows children are very mischievous, children are slack now, but tomorrow they will be okay. And Baba knows how to heal children. That's why I think was that last paragraph of Dadiji. where he's saying all the souls, instrument souls, are souls who have left Baba and who have gone, bring them back. And so nice, like even yesterday, Baba used that word, oh, my beloved children, finish all waste. And today, Dadi is saying, oh, children, oh, my children, come back, and all. So I was just thinking about how he linked this healing children and then that. Uh, to signal towards the end because he is our father. He has given us the inheritance. So he's asking us return of that inheritance. Again, he told us, remember Baba, not Brahma. And he tried also to speak to us. Again, he just, as usual, I think the thing about the Holi which we listened, even though it's repeated, here even he spoke about this, but like I always feel whenever this Sunday Murli comes, there is some link with the Avyaktwani. Like here also Baba spoke about how to put a full stop. And yesterday the whole Murli, if you see, was Bijit Bai's question about combined, where Baba speaks about just one word, M and T, Mera and Tera, substitute that word. So, and like a kindergarten Murli, each line, if you see how he repeats each word and tells us what do you really mean by Mera, what do you really mean by Tera, have you really given to Bap Dada everything, what is the checking point to see, have I really given all my, like yesterday Baba said, do you want a sparkling star or do you want a burden of worries on your forehead? So there also, you want basket, then check and change what you have to. So that combined thing in yesterday's Murli was also there. And Baba says, that's the only way you can get my canopy of protection. Keep my combined form constantly in your awareness, if not even in your karma and all, in your awareness, then weakness will not come. For that, Baba says, like even in yesterday's Murli and today, follow my wishes, remember me, remember me, and forget yourselves. I think if this could be remain, if we remain combined, and he says remain combined in such a way, no one and nothing can separate. That is your form. That is called as an eternal combo, eternal combined form. And to say, how do you get attached to Baba? You should see what makes you attached to Baba. How can you remain attached? So Baba says, think me as, when for combined he often says, I am the ocean of mercy. I am the one who's going to take you back home. I cannot go alone without you. So you have to return with me. You have no other choice. You have to be with me. So Baba knows, he has seen what was the future and the past. So he is saying, just and yesterday also he spoke about Vishnu, that combined form of Vishnu, and the soul and body combined now. And in the same way, Baba says only you and Father should remain combined. For that, some 2 days back, Murli also Baba had said, my Baba, my Baba. That, that kind of thing which comes, that clothes of which we are wearing, that will be there. And do we feel a lifelong bond with Baba? And that do you think he'll remain with you and your family? So that, just like devotees often feel, I think this combined thing which is there will really keep us together, so that that last paragraph doesn't apply to us. We should not be souls of gone and then we have to come back. Well, that's also drama. So I think it was a variegated Murli and all, but I combined it more with yesterday's Avyaktswani after Vijit Bai's question on the combined form. So even I agree with you what to do, but I think it's too personal, this combined form. And two swamans which I always like. One is I'm Master Almighty Authority, okay, but I love this Shiv Shakti. I love the Shiv Shakti. Probably I was Sheetala Devi, we used to go to those temples and I've seen that Ardhanareshwar over there. That thing always attracted me. And I've often seen this Shiva Shakti Tandava dance. So I think that I am Shiv Shakti, is what I am going to really think today when I leave. Om Shanti.
Okay, very nice. Thanks for sharing, Kirishbhai.
So, Rupa, can you go through over this service thing which Baba had given, if you can just pick up one or two which is relevant for today. Like Baba spoke about Gita Pachala to sub-center to center. And then he speaks about 7 to 8 groups. That service thing. And then also, he speaks about that instrument souls and all. And then he comes to that angelic form, how people, when they see you, they should see you only as angels. So these are all service tips which Baba has given in 2010. Sorry, this is 1992. Okay. So what relevant tips which do you think from this Murli? I'm talking about the paragraph which you read today. Do you think we should really adopt totally in order to increase revelation of Baba and myself?
Yeah, sure. I think the key principle I think Baba was sharing was sometimes when we, start with the seva and we become active and involved in the seva, then our self-service can become compromised. And that's where Papa was mentioning that, the more we kind of delegate and hand over, and so that we are free, we are not too busy inside our mind, so that we can still focus on our spiritual effort. And that's why I thought Papa was saying, like, give the message, but make someone an instrument. Then give another message, make someone instrument, but just move on. Like, don't be, just don't get stagnated in a way. And I feel that's where, like, sometimes that we kind of start a seva, and then it expands. But sometimes if we don't keep that self-service at the forefront, then we could easily get caught up in the web of expansion, and then that expansion could actually make our yoga a little challenging. Like Baba was saying, sometimes we may get kind of disturbed by things outside. And so in that way, then seva becomes, in a way, like a karmic thing. But the more we have our self efforts in our, at the forefront, then seva becomes a means to kind of, further deepen our relationship with Baba and Yakya.
What is this training Baba is talking about? Are you aware of that, or is Baba talking? They have these training sessions in Madhuban. Sometimes they are for for center nivasis, for this nivasi and all. Is that the training? Because your Baba is mentioning a lot about training and all to make strong. Are you aware of such training and all? And have you taken part in such training sessions and all, where Baba is talking? So much so at the end, that one sentence hit me when Baba says, sometimes instrument souls, which of course he means center heads and all, are afraid to send you on service. I've really seen that. Some center heads, they don't send some particular people and all in service. And then he speaks about training. Are you aware of what is this training Baba is talking here about?
Mm. Yeah, it's interesting. Like just a couple of hours back, we had a call kind of in US about the same thing about training. Um, it's like in India, like in Bharat, there is, of course, the training for center sisters, training for center nivasis, training for right hands in seva. Just like how to uphold Baba's principles, how to uphold, the yajna, maryadas, Srimad, because when we start doing seva, then seva is also like very easy influence of Maya also comes. And so it's important to, give that name, glorify Baba in whatever we are doing when we do it in a unified way so that we glorify Baba and, not create any kind of obstacles in the yajna. And so there are different kind of training modules depending on, where we are located. Like in US, we have certain training, and then it's not just one fixed thing, but also based on the time, it's based on the situations, they also kind of get kind of revised and things. So that's why Baba was saying from time to time, we should always, keep on, kind of revising. So one training is just for to be a BK, we have all the Maryadas, 16 Maryadas. And then the next is when we actually play an important role in Baba's Seva, how to uphold, Baba's kind of principles. And so there is separate training for that. And in double founders also there is training for center, main instruments and then center residents and all. So I've taken part in, a few trainings, and they're mostly like workshops, where, there'll be case studies and there'll be some real life examples and scenarios. If there is a situation, how to deal with it, what could be different ways, what are the different ways we should think about it, so on and so forth. And so it's a dynamic thing, but I think the attention on training is good because it's more like learning. Because the law of the land is different in different places, so we need to kind of adhere to it and kind of make it kind of flow in that way.
Yeah,
Interesting. In
yeah, I
India,
just want to add.
there,
Okay, go ahead.
yeah, no, but you only have to say, Bajit bhai, I'll just finish with one sentence. It's very interesting, Saurabha. In India, we have this. If you want to become a teacher, you have to do this B.Ed and M.Ed, which is called as Bachelor of Education and Master of Education. And I had done both that. I remember the philosophy of education, the practical, and we call it as the isms, the idealism, the so many kind of isms and all we do. But so this that word university, Brahma Kumaris Spiritual University, I think we can give this as an example that why it is an university, because it's an ongoing education. Even a PhD, you cannot stop, you have to go ahead. It's interesting. Thank you, brother, for a comprehensive approach you always give whenever I raise some very questions. Thank you very much. Bijit bhai, please go ahead.
Yeah, on this the training, right? So I have attended these caretaker training. I'm a caretaker for one of the Gita Pathshala. So there, couple of things that I remember in the training is, I hope you all know that it's no longer called Gita Pathshala. So that they emphasize there, it's no longer called Gita Pathshala. Now it is called Brahma Kumaris Pathshala because there are so many Gita Pathshalas already. So they don't want to have this conflict. So they want to make it clear. Now it's called Brahma Kumaris Pathshala. And Gita Pathshala, we should not put Brahma sender there, the board. We have to put Brahma Kumaris Pathshala. That's the board we should put. And if in a family everybody is in knowledge and they are running a Gita Pathshala at home, then they are not supposed to keep a board outside because Gita Pathshala, Brahma Kumari Pathshala should remain independent. And somebody, if you are in a family, there will always be some or the other conflict can come, and other family members can also come. So somewhere they think it might lead to some disservice, and there is something called class also, where um, the instrument teacher or somebody is going just to take the class, to read the Murli, maybe. So it's called class. There also we are not supposed to keep any board. So it is called class, just the class. And main sub-sender is the place where a surrendered sister is staying. Wherever there is a surrendered sister, that is called sub-sender and sender. And there they can keep the board as a Brahma Kumaris sender, that board. And yeah, I some of the things I forgot. So these are the main, some of the maryadas, and what we need to do, what we should not do there in the Brahma Kumaris Pathshala, those things. Like Saurabh mentioned about the principles, and that they highlight what we should do and what we should not. And only a surrendered sisters can do all the um, uh, money dealing and all the bandara handling, all that. Nobody should, others should not open it and all that is there. So others, caretaker also should not take money from outside, from the students. So that is also, they have to give on it to, either they should put it in the bandara and we have to take it, and they only should open it. We should not take it from students. We should not take it into our hand. Yeah, I mean, these are the things general they teach in the training, and they also say why and why we do that is to um, say it just to safeguard us from the subtle karmic accounts that we create. So, end of the day, Yajnas, Maryadas, and Baba's name should be glorified. So there should not be any disservice caused knowingly or unknowingly. So, yeah, Om Shanti. Thank you.
Interesting, Bijit Bhai. It's like redefining education. For me, it looks there's a cabinet here, like the incognito president sitting up, and then the prime minister in the subtle region, and then we have main cabinet ministers. The way you said, like this sisters, and I was just thinking, but don't you all get a certificate? I've seen it in some Gita Pachala, signed by Madhuban, where it's
Yes,
given that.
it
So
is there.
that you have got, Bijit Bhai?
I have a mail actually. That's it.
Oh, so
No
you don't
physical
put it up?
certificate as.
You don't
Uh,
put.
no, I did not put in the sense you're saying to take a print and frame it, and
Yeah,
that is
that's what I've
they have.
seen. They
See,
frame
that
and
is
put.
there in the sender. That is there,
Okay.
sub sender and main sender, but not
Okay.
in Gita Pathshala. Yeah, I mean Brahma Kumaris Pathshala. So they always emphasize not to use this word Gita Pathshala because we are not called Gita Pathshala. Okay, so it is Brahma Kumaris Pathshala because no, most of us it's a deep-rooted sanskar, calling them Gita Pathshala because even in Avyakta Murli also Baba used that word Gita Pathshala. But now it's no longer called Gita Pathshala, it's Brahma Kumaris Pathshala. Option.
Congrats. New degree for you, Bijit Bhai. Saurabh, same in the US?
Yeah, here actually it's called classes. The Gita Pathshalas are called classes, and then the centers are called centers. The main difference uh, between a class, so there are some certain guidelines, like when does a class become a center? So in that, like a class is the initial stage where souls start to come together, and then center is a more formal kind of representing Brahma Kumaris in that city or a state or whatever. And so there are different kind of phases and processes that go through. And so here then a center will have like, a certain kind of financial aspects which are kind of little different from how they're managed at a class. And then also the connection with the main yajna, and all of that is there. And then a center has to be registered with the government, with the state government here. So every state has a center that will be registered. So center is more like a formal, an official undertaking of the Brahma Kumaris, whereas a class is more at the initial stages or a more kind of unofficial. Yeah.
And you cannot, here we cannot register a sender unless you have a surrendered sister. If you have surrendered brother, that is also not a great. You need a surrendered sister. Only surrendered sister can have that certificate on her name. And also, if somebody is willing to donate land, if there is a surrendered sister, only Madhuban will accept it. Otherwise, it will just remain as a land. They cannot surrender it. So it can only be surrendered to a registered surrendered sister, not even to a brother. So if somebody is willing to donate also, right, there are some maryadas to be followed. I have seen some people who wanted to surrender, but just that they didn't have a surrendered sister, it was a brother, so they couldn't do it. They had to hold it for a long time. Yeah.
Right.
If you don't mind, I want to share over here what Bijit Pai said. I remember. See, I'm originally, I got my Gyan in Dubai Center. I remember in 1980s, there were so many surrendered brother. And the family, I would really like to mention, there is one brother called as Gupta Bai. He's in charge of the Lost and Found department now in Shantivan. He had contributed in Dubai. But as Bijit Bhai rightly said, it was not called as a center. And there was another brother, Rajshekar brother, who was working and they contributed. But no, that recognition was not there as Bijit Bhai rightly said. And I remember Gupta Bhai used to share, to attract people, one was good in making bhajiyas, one was good in making sweet. They used to do that and attract. Still, to have a center, we had to wait for our divine sister Jyoti Behan to come. Only then Dubai, like as if Dubai was just born. So this what Bijit Bai said. I have personally heard about it in my mother original center. Yeah. I think all this really gives about some principles and systems and maryadas. So I just wanted to share because I have seen this personally. No surrendered sister, वो स्टैंप नहीं मिलेगा BK सेंटर का. Thank you.
I think we can move to meditation. Yeah. Thank you.
No, thank you. So let's take a moment and go within and feel that soul's eternal being of light. We are eternally combined with Baba. We focus our thoughts on Baba, just one Baba. And we use the time of this confluence age in Baba's remembrance for self-progress and in serving the humanity. You just pay attention on and staying combined with Baba whilst carrying out all the actions in the physical dimension. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Sarabai. Thank you, Divine Family. We'll connect again tomorrow at 5. Until then, all have a beautiful day. Om Shanti.